Welcome to America Reads fun and easy learning activities, where college students work together to create these activities. The subjects that we cover include reading, writing, and math.
In today's activity, we will be doing some reading, and today we will be learning how to spot out differences in a text. And I, Viridiana Rodriguez, will be walking you through this fun activity.
So for today's activity, our job is to get lots of information from pictures and some text that we're going to be reading. So tell me the similarities, and we're going to go over also the differences. Some stuff that we see in pictures might not be in the text, so we're going to have to go all over that. Starting off, we look at information in writing and in pictures. By reading and looking at pictures, we have to look at the information that is being provided. So now, to show you a little example of what exactly we're going to be doing, I have this picture of this flower here, right? Looking at this flower, just by looking at the picture, what do we see? We see green leaves, we see that the flower is kind of tall, and we see that the actual little flowers that are on there are sort of purple. Now, after we've looked at the picture and we've gotten the information that is shown in the picture, we have this small little text down here that says the flowers are purple. Now, we can see that the information that we've gotten from the picture and the information that we got from the text that's right beside it are very different, right? Because by looking at the picture, we can see a lot more things. We could see the color of the leaves, we can see how tall the flower is, how big it is, and a little bit more about what it looks like. But if we just look at the text, the only information that we get is that the flowers are purple. Now, have you ever heard of captions? Captions are when you're watching TV, right? And then you see the little words that pop up on the bottom. Those are captions. And the whole point of that is that you don't miss any of the information that is being said on the TV, right? Because nobody wants to miss anything that is being said in a show or in a cartoon or anything like that. So that is why they add captions. Sometimes you'll see them on magazines too. Some information will be shown next to a picture to give you more information. We're going to look at some pictures and look at the information that they are giving us in the pictures. Now, it's asking us, what information can we pull from these pictures? Now we have two pictures here side to side, but they both look very different. So now, what's the first thing that we notice? I noticed that on the picture on the left, it's sunny, and the picture on the right, it's snowing. So one thing that's already telling me there is that one might be hot, and in the other picture, it's really cold. Now, we don't see a sun on the picture on the left, so we can't really say much about that. But what do you see on the picture on the right? That looks like a moon to me. Also, if we look at the picture on the left, we can see some trees, we can see some grass, we can see the color of the grass, we can see that there's clouds in the sky. That is some information that you can get just by looking at the picture, right? Because the color of the trees, the color of the sky, how many clouds you see, and the color of the grass, that all counts as information that you can get just by looking at the picture. Now in the other one, we see some tall trees that they look like, I don't know what kind of tree that is, but we see some mountains that are white. That could tell us that the mountains are covered in snow, right? So that could tell us that there's probably a lot of snow. So this is all examples of how information can just come to you by looking at a picture. You can see that there's no text, there's nothing telling you what's in the picture, but just by looking at it, you can get some information on what you are looking at. Now here we have a very similar example. The only difference is that we have a picture accompanied by a caption, right? This here that we see on the side is basically a caption that's giving us just a little bit more information that we can't get by just looking at the picture. Now, by looking at the picture, we see what? We see a volcano, right? We see some lava, we see some clouds, we see some smoke, we see some green grass there. That is what That is the information that you can get just by looking at the picture, right? We can also see that this volcano is gray, right? Now, when we have captions, they usually give us more information that we cannot get just by looking at the picture. So the caption reads, when the volcano erupted, there was lots of smoke in the air. Even though I was far away, I could still see the lava that was on the side of the volcano. So, since just by looking at the picture, we can't see smoke, but the caption telling us that there was a lot of smoke in the air and that there was a lot of lava on the side of the volcano. So we can see how that is an example of how this is giving us some information that we cannot exactly see in the picture. Now for our next example, we have two different texts. So now we don't have any pictures whatsoever, right? So all of the information that we are going to get are from these two texts. So it's asking us, what information can you get from these two texts? So we're going to go over, read both of them, and then we're going to go over the information that they both give us. So text number 1 says, there was a butterfly that had lots of different colors on its wing. It had colors blue, purple, white, and even a little bit of orange. So just by reading text number 1, we know that the butterfly had the colors blue, purple, white, and a little bit of orange on its wing. That is the only information that they are giving us in this specific text. Now moving on to the second text. It says, the butterfly also had the colors green, red, and lots of yellow on the bottom wings that are smaller. The butterfly's body was also pink. These butterflies only come out during the summer. Now we can see that the information that they gave us in the two texts are very different, right? Because in the first text, the only thing that they told us was that there were some colors on the butterfly's wings. But in the second text, they gave us a little bit more information. They told us that it also had the colors green, red, and lots of yellow on the bottom wings. And it also told us that the bottom wings are smaller, right? That is something that was not given to us in the first text. So this is giving us just a little bit more information on what the butterfly looks like. It also says the butterfly's body was also pink. That is something else that was not given in the first text. So this second text alone is already giving us way much more information than in the first one. Now, in the last sentence here on the second text, it says, these butterflies only come out during the summer. Now, this is a perfect example of how both of these texts give us information, but they both give us different information. So it's very important that you cover both of them, because let's just say that you just read the first text. It's cool. You would know that the wing has colors blue, purple, white, and a little bit of orange. But if you did not read the second text, then you would have never figured out that the butterfly also has green, red, and lots of yellow on the bottom wings, and that the bottom wings are smaller. You would have also never found out that the butterfly has a pink body, and you would have also never figured out that the butterfly only comes out during the summer. So we can see how the second text give us different and some actually more important information than the first one did. Now that we've gone over how different things can give us different information, it's always good to remember where you got your information from. Because if somebody asks you, where did you get that information from? You can go back and you can actually show them where you got that information from. So now let's say that I ask you, what color was the body of the butterfly? You would tell me, oh, the color of the body of the butterfly is pink. And then if I tell you, where did you get that information from? You would have to tell me where you got your information from, and then you would probably end up telling me that you got it in this second text. So it's very important that you remember where certain information is. That way, if somebody asks you where you got that information from, you can actually go back and show them.
Thank you for joining me on this fun activity. Be sure to like and subscribe to America Reads YouTube channel for more videos just like this one. See you in our next video!